Harambee! Eneo hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. Rigathi Gachagua is losing, if he is not very careful, the grip of the mountain to William Samoei Arap Ruto. And is doing that because of two main reasons. Number one, William Ruto has developed a new approach to the mountain. And number two is because of the tactical errors which Rigathi Gachagua himself keeps on making. In this video, I want to focus on the tactical errors which Rigathi Gachagua is actually committing and is gifting William Ruto the opportunity to reclaim back the mountain. And I want to ask you this question, especially the residents of the mountain. If you were to go for elections today, how will the mountain vote? Will Mount Kenya vote one term or will they vote two term? I'm asking that question because William Ruto was in Nyeri County yesterday.
Tumejenga pamoja. Miradi tumefanya pamoja. Ati alafu ati mtu akuje hapo aseme Kasongo one term must go, ati ndio rafiki yetu iharibike. Hiyo ni kuota ndoto ya mchana.
And the reception shocked me. William Ruto met with over 17,000 UDA grassroots leaders from Nyeri County. That was massive.
Mimi nimefika hapa Nyeri leo kuonana na grassroots leaders wa UDA. Na hiyo program tutaendelea nayo. Nitaenda every county. Niketi chini na officials wa chama yetu ya UDA ndio tukubaliane mahali tumefika, mahali tuko na mahali tunaenda pamoja. Si ndio? Mimi nataka niwaulize nyinyi viongozi wetu wa grassroots. Si mtasimamia chama kwa grassroots?
And the Nyeri governor himself, Mutahi Kahiga, was been one of the core pillars around Rigathi Gachagua, was the one who was leading the two-term song.
Mimi ni wa chama kipi? UDA. President wangu ni nani? Ni William Samoei, na mimi ni nafanyia serikali hiyo kazi. Na ningetaka niwashukuru watu wa Nyeri na viongozi wote ambao walichaguliwa. Mjue niko pamoja na nyinyi katika safari hii. Tuko pamoja. Tuendelee, tuchunge serikali ambao ni ya UDA. Serikali ambao tulichagua wenyewe, tungangane nayo, itutendee kazi tukiendelea mbele. Hapo ni sawa? Hapo ni sawa? Rais, yale mambo yamebaki Nyeri ukikamilisha, mimi nitasema two term.
Ladies and gentlemen, from those photos and those videos, it is clear that unless Rigathi Gachagua will do something, he's losing the grip of the mountain. Because while William Ruto was in Nyeri County, Rigathi Gachagua also convened another meeting at the coastal region with his allies. And from the photos which Rigathi Gachagua shared, it is clear that the numbers of leaders supporting him have reduced tremendously. But let us not get into that. In this video, I want us to focus on why Rigathi Gachagua is losing the grip of the mountain. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to head straight. The first reason why Rigathi Gachagua is losing the grip of the mountain is because Rigathi Gachagua has created more enemies than friends. That is the fact. Because remember, after his impeachment, the mountain really supported Rigathi Gachagua. But Rigathi Gachagua, I think he did not prepare well to manage the popularity. So everyone became his enemy. anybody who had even if you had a slightest disagreement, you automatically became his enemy. At some point, and I remember asking that question on this platform, at some point, Rigathi Gachagua from nowhere went to Murang'a and attacked Ndindi Nyoro.
Hata hapa Murang'a amemwambia vijana wengine hapa watagereza kahwirubaru, watu wajifiche hapo, wanajifanya hawataki Kasongo, lakini ni watu ya Kasongo na ni hwirubaru ya Kasongo. Mtakubali watu ya Murang'a?
Ndindi Nyoro would have been one of his best allies at this moment in time. And he has created several of them.
Hata katika hiyo, hata sasa nikisema nimfuate Rigathi Gachagua ama tumfuate sisi, huko kwake kwa huyo mpinzani, wenyewe hamuamini. Jubilee ni hurbaru, na hiyo ndio ya Matiang'i anasema hiyo ni hurbaru ya red. Kalonzo hana kura ya kutosha. Who is going to trust us? Nani atatuamini? Kila mtu ni mbaya. Kalonzo ni mbaya, hana kura ya kutosha. Matiang'i ni mbaya, ni hurbaru ya red. Moses Kuria ni mbaya, ni Kindiki and Ruto. Ndindi Nyoro ni mbaya sababu ati haja amaliza kusema kama anafuata Rigathi Gachagua. Mimi kwa
Number two, there's been this narrative, and it has been going on for a very long time, that Rigathi Gachagua is actually taking money from aspirants. I don't know how true that is. But of course, I know that normally some of these aspirants are the one who normally support the political parties. But I don't know whether he did not manage it well. You know, some of these monies are normally given in secret. But why are they coming out? Rigathi Gachagua went to the US, he stayed there, and he was well received. The Kikuyus in diaspora really supported Rigathi Gachagua. They contributed money. On this channel alone, I have at least 2 people who hosted Rigathi Gachagua at their residences. And, you know, everybody thought and felt that Rigathi Gachagua was that person. Before he left the US, the stories started coming in that he was demanding some money. But I think he has also failed to communicate so well. So someone like Wambugu Ngujiri has been spreading these rumors, and it's now common that anybody who is supporting Rigathi Gachagua are spending money or are asked to contribute money, and that's carrying others. And that's why if Ruto can give you money, why should you give money to Rigathi? If William Ruto can give you money to campaign, why should you give Rigathi Gachagua your own money instead of going to the people directly? So most of these aspirants are now taking a tactical retreat. They're saying instead of giving 1 million to Rigathi, why don't I take 5 million from UDA and then add with this one and then go to the ground? That is one of the biggest challenges he's now facing. Number 3, Rigathi Gachagua exposed himself so early. And I once opined on this platform that Rigathi Gachagua, if not careful, is going to run out of steam. Number 3, Rigathi Gachagua exposed his weaknesses, his strategy, and his strength early enough. So if you expose your strength, you expose your weakness, and you do it early, it means you allow the opponent the opportunity to study you, to craft a counter strategy. Rigathi Gachagua had serious arsenals which he could use against William Ruto. But he used all of them very early. So William Ruto fixed some of those things. Like, for example, if William Ruto had not constructed or completed the Mau Mau Road, and he had no plans of that, or if William Ruto had promised this and he has not done it, and you know it, and you know this is a financial year, what do? You keep quiet. You wait for him. But Rigathi started exposing some of these things early. So William Ruto fixed some of them. And that's why someone like Wamushamba was like, if this road is done, then why should I oppose the government? Because Rigathi made noise about it. So Ruto has been fixing some of those weaknesses. He's fixing them. So if it's about coffee, if it's about, he's trying to fix them so that Rigathi currently does not have any excuse. Just like the SHA, which was not working, indeed it was not working, then Kenyans made noise. And you know, because it was not working deliberately, because some people somewhere wanted to steal money from it. So the government just decided, okay, let us make this thing work. So currently you can't fight the government of Kenya using SHA because it's benefiting people. There are people who have benefited from it. So Rigathi exposed his strength. He exposed his strategy early. He ought to have kept quiet a bit, waited for the right time. Do you think someone like Fred Matiang'i doesn't have any secret about this government? Do you think he doesn't have? Or do you think Matiang'i is just a fool to relax? He knows what he's doing. Because if you start hitting Ruto with them, he can come for you. Apart from coming for you, he can actually fix some of those mistakes. But like we still have another financial year up to June. I can tell you by June, after the budget is read, is it July or June there? Then now you cannot start hitting. And number 4, and this is the biggest mistake he committed, or he has continued to commit, failure to sustain the emotional fear he created in the hearts of the mountain. You see, Rigathi Gachagua made the impeachment of number 4, the failure to sustain the emotional fear he created in the hearts of the people of the mountain. When Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, he made that impeachment appear as if the mountain had been impeached. I know on this platform, people are very angry. People are very bitter. You could not tell them anything. And Rigathi Gachagua made it appear as if now he had all the solution. He made it appear as if he was the only one, to an extent that you could not, in fact, you could not tell Rigathi Gachagua supporters, even on this platform, anything. The only thing they wanted to hear was that Rigathi is perfect. There's no mistake. You know, he's going to remove Ruto, you know, one time. But he failed to sustain it. Now, with the time, people are sitting down and asking themselves, can Rigathi Gachagua really run for the presidency? Then they realize this guy is impeached. Constitutionally, he cannot run. Is Rigathi Gachagua working in the best interest of the opposition? Some of them are now sitting back and asking themselves those hard questions. That if indeed he wants the best for the opposition, why is he opposing person A? Why is he opposing person B? You know, so he failed to sustain that fear which he had created. And that's why people like Mutahi Kahiga, who are part of that team which created real fear in their supporters, are now like, okay, mimi ni wa serikali. And lastly, failure to craft a national image. Rigathi Gachagua is a very good communicator. And personally, I strongly believe that if there's a politician anybody needs on their side, is Rigathi Gachagua. He even knows how to communicate and pass his message. But he refused to become a national leader. And you see, at the level Rigathi Gachagua is playing, he's playing at the national stage. At the national stage, you must maintain that national image. You can't remove the Kikuyism in Rigathi Gachagua. And because of that, he has failed to attract serious figures to DCP. Apart from Cleophas Malala, do you know any other DCP leader outside Mount Kenya? So the people of the mountain are asking themselves, okay, this party, okay, we can give him seat, but you know, at the national level, it's not there. But of course, you can also not rule out the determination by Ruto to win the mountain. Ruto is determined, so he's doing a lot to win the mountain. But I can assure you that as long as Ruto is working with the mountain, the people who are likely to suffer are the Luo Nation. I'm going to explain that in my next video. Until next time, this is Lima Queen. Bye-bye.